Good morning, students. Today we are going to see about more on Scratch. You have learned how to use the Scratch programming language to create programs in a computer. These programs are called scripts. Identify and the name of the following parts of the Scratch editor window. A sprite. What is sprite? What is sprite? A sprite is a cartoon character. It is present in an area called the stage. The blocks are used to create a script for a sprite. A sprite can move, rotate, draw, and play a sound. In the previous class, you have learned how to make simple project in Scratch. Yes. Sprite. When you open Scratch, by default the cat sprite appears on a stage. You have to use the cat sprite in a various project. Scratch has many built-in sprites stored in its library. You can use those or you can draw or own sprite. You can add multiple sprites on a stage. You can even use an image as a sprite. And first one is we are going to see about adding a sprite on a stage. There are 4 methods to add a sprite on a stage. The new sprite selection is located at the bottom right corner of the stage. It has 4 different buttons. Each button can be used to add a new sprite on a stage in a different way. And second one is see that new sprite. The new sprite section will be like this only. Choose sprite from a library. By default, the cat sprite appears on a stage. To add another sprite along with the default cat sprite, click on the choose sprite from a library button. The sprite library window appears. There are many options available below the category sections. Choose any one sprite from the window and click on it. Click on the OK button. Present at the bottom right corner of a window, the selected sprite automatically appears on a stage along with the default cat sprite. Once you have added a new sprite on a stage from the library, it automatically gets added in a sprite list. These are the steps to add a sprite from your library. And second one is paint. This see that click on when new sprite added on a stage will be like this only. And second one is paint a new sprite. What is the meaning of paint? Yes, we are drawing in our own hand with a brush or pencil. That is called as paint, right? Yes, like that you are going to draw a sprite. You can also paint your own sprite for a project. Click on a paint new sprite button. From the new sprite section, the costumes tab opens with the sprite button. Paint editor window. The paint tools are on the left side and the color palette is at the bottom of the window. You can hover over any tool with the mouse to see its name. You can paint and add any sprite in your project. As you start painting your sprite, it appears on a stage. The sprite name gets added in a sprite list. Once you have completed painting your sprite, you can drag and reposition it anywhere on a stage. These are the methods to draw a sprite. See, when I am paint that third one, it automatically appears on a screen or stage. And third one is upload sprite from a file. Click on the upload sprite from a file button. Opens the select files to upload the app Scratch SWF dialog box. You can locate any image from your system and use it as a sprite. Click on open button to add it on a stage The sprite appears on a stage and also get added in a sprite list. Fourth one is new sprite from a camera. The sprite from camera button allows you to click on an image and add it on a stage as a sprite. Your computer system should have a built-in camera. When you select these options, the camera of a system opens. You can click upload the image on a stage. You can delete or give anything to the image on a stage. Yes, these are the four ways to insert a sprite in your stage. Now I am going to show you a video how to create a Scratch and how to use a introduction to Scratch.
Well, children, how do you express your feelings to your family and friends? Through language, isn't it? Language is a medium to talk or write. You may speak different languages, like Hindi, English or any other regional language, but to talk to another person, you need a common language, which both of you can speak and understand. In the same way, if you want to give instructions to a computer, you need to learn the language that a computer understands. A computer does not understand the language that we speak. It understands only a few special languages of its own. These are known as programming languages. A programming language has a set of instructions using which you can make the computer do an activity that you plan.
Stuck in an endless loop, copy-pasting code from forums.
So today, we will learn a simple programming language, Scratch. Scratch is one of the easiest computer languages. Children can use Scratch to create their own games, animated stories, and projects with great ease. Any task that we perform includes many steps. It should be completed step by step in a specific sequence. Likewise, a computer follows stepwise instructions to complete any task. The set of instructions is known as program. To start Scratch, click on the Start button. Then click on Scratch 2. You will notice the opening window of Scratch. Main components of Scratch. The various components of Scratch window are Title bar, Menu bar, Cursor tools, Block help, Tabs, Block menu, Script area, Block palette, Stage, etc. Let us learn each of them. Sprite. Sprite is a small graphic character that performs actions in a Scratch project. Scratch provides a number of inbuilt sprites. Cat is a default sprite. Stage. It is the main working area where the sprite moves and performs actions as per the given instructions. Blocks palette. Blocks palette contains the set of blocks, which are used to program the sprite and give actions to it. Each block performs a specific task in a project. Script. Script is a collection of stepwise instructions that are given to a sprite to do a specific task. A script consists of at least 2 blocks. Script area. Script area is a place where you create a script for a sprite to do a specific task. The script is created by dragging the instructions from the blocks palette and dropping them stepwise on top of each other. The script is also called a program. Let us create a Scratch project to move the sprite in a circular motion. Open the Scratch window. By default, the motion block palette is displayed on the left side of the Scratch window. Click on the Move 10 Steps block and drag it to the script area. Change the step number from 10 to 20 by typing in the number box. Click on the block. You will notice that the sprite moves the specified number steps. Click on the Turn 15 degrees block. Now drag and drop it on the script area. Place it below the Move 20 step block. Keep clicking on any block in the script area. Observe that the sprite is moving 20 steps forward and turning 15 degrees in circular motion. Know about motion blocks. Move 20 steps. This block moves the sprite 20 steps in forward direction. To move the sprite in backward direction, type the number with a preceding minus sign. Turn 15 degrees. This block is used to turn the sprite in clockwise direction. Click on the Pen block menu. Select the Pen down block from the Pen block palette. Drag out the block and place it underneath the Turn 15 degrees block. Now click and pull the Set Pen Size to 1 block onto the script area. Place it below the Pen down block. Change the value 1 to 10. Drag out the Change Pen Color by 10 blocks from the Pen block palette and drop it at the end. Change the value from 10 to 20. Keep clicking on any of the blocks in the scripts area till the sprite completes its colorful circle. Know about pen block. Let us understand the use of pen blocks, which we have used in the project. Pen down. This block draws a line as the sprite moves on the stage. Set pen size to 1. This block is used to set the thickness of the pen to a specific number. You can change the thickness of the pen by typing in the number box. Change pen color by 10. To change the color of the pen, use Change Pen Color by 10 block, making a duplicate copy of sprite. To create a duplicate copy of the sprite, the Stamp block is used. Drag out the blocks from the Motion and Pen blocks palette as shown. Change the values of the blocks. Click on any of the blocks to create the duplicate copy of the sprite. Notice, as the sprite reaches to the edge of the stage, it will bounce back and change its direction. If on edge, bounce block. This block is in the Motion block menu. It is used to turn the sprite in the opposite direction as it reaches to the edge of the stage. To save the project, click on the File menu and select Save option. The Save Project dialog box appears. Choose the desired location where you want to save your Scratch project. Assign the file name and click on the Save button.
I hope you all understand what is Scratch, and Scratch is a simple language which is used to understand by computer and give by us. The Scratch is very simple language programming, and it is easy to create the sprite on a stage, and there are many blocks to arrange the sprite actions, and I think you all can understand what are the steps they teach you. Yes, thank you, students.